Welcome back to Turnabout on Rails. When we last left off, we made it through the first trial. It was a weird one. We did it. Oh, we're here. Hi, Mia. Are you guys alright? Uh, yeah, we're fine, Detective. Okay then. I'm gonna head on over to the crime scene, alright? I'll come tip you two off when you can be allowed in. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. See you later, pal. That was, one of the more awkward car rides we've had. So... I knew him. Oh! Godot, you mean? Yes. I think there's a lot we both want to know. Yeah, we should talk. But first, more importantly... What a shiny badge you have there. A word of advice. Don't go showing that off to anyone too experienced in the law. But what? Why not? Without shinier badges, everyone will know that you're a rookie. Oh. I like showing off my badge. She's very much right there. I heard a good bit of what you said at the office. Maya caught on to what was going on pretty quickly. I'm sorry. I probably should have stepped in a bit sooner. No, it's alright. It's a lot to take in. I mean, I don't think I'd ever get used to being suddenly channeled out of the blue. I bet it'd be quite jarring. Well, I've gotten a little bit used to it by now. But you, mean it. Huh? He hasn't been the best mentor to you, has he? Oh, well, not really. I mean, he hasn't really done anything actively bad in hiring me. He hasn't tried to mislead me or feed me false information or bad strategies. It's more just apathy than anything. He hasn't ever docked my pay or even alluded to giving me some sort of punishment until, well, these last few days. Yeah. And what do they say about him in the courtroom? Well, he's one of the most renowned lawyers this side of the country. I mean, before I got hired, I heard some seedy rumors about him. I heard similar things about his competition. The major cases he's won are, extraordinary, to be honest. I'd read the case transcripts before I'd even worked with him. But smaller cases... How do I put it? He doesn't like anyone getting in his way, no matter who they are. I know we're supposed to seek the truth, but... what I saw the other day was, kinda callous? I mean, that's putting it lightly? I think it had to be done. There must have been a better way to handle it. I see. Thank you. See, a lot of the feedback I've gotten at the end of Case 1 is that it really didn't like how it came together with Andrea's trying to keep her little scheme secret. Wherein, realistically, do we really know how much Andrea knew about the boss's murder being connected to their little, admittedly strange and below-board publicity stunt? While you're not wrong that Andrea deserves a portion of the blame for not only hiding her role in things, but also participating in the first place, what Apollo's trying to say is that there's got to be a gentler way to break it, to coax it out. A more sympathetic way to coax it out than just rolling in there, steamrolling over the entire thing, getting the verdict, and leaving to, leaving Andrea to pick up the pieces afterwards. And yeah, maybe that's a more realistic perspective of being a lawyer, but it's not wrong to hope for a little. Try to be a bit better than that. And, who is he to you? I never knew him as Godot. He was a fellow defense attorney, Diego Armando. Diego Armando? I don't think I've ever heard that name. I knew him from the start of my career. We worked at the same law office. But still, I only knew him for a few months. And here he is, with my office, working under my family's name. There's gotta be more to it than that. You're right, I apologize. Me and Diego were, well, dating for a short while. That explains, a little? To be honest, I thought he was just some flowery-tongued hotshot when we first met. A bit too self-absorbed, if you'd asked me. But then he was beside me for my first trial, and how it ended. I thought I'd quit being a lawyer altogether, but we did a follow-up investigation together. Diego, I knew, wouldn't let me give up. We were going to see justice through, no matter what. I used to think his smile was so obnoxiously smug, then it became encouraging. I guess I grew fond of it. I'm not sure where my career would have led if I was left to deal with the aftermath of that trial alone. And then... you died. No. He was chasing the culprit for my first case, and she poisoned him. He went comatose for years, and then I died. And he still was the day I died. I guess he woke up. I don't fully know what happened to him after that. Haha, look at me. I'm sorry, you probably don't care about the reminiscing of a dead woman. Besides, I have no idea who that man is now. No, it's good to get a bit of context, at least. I think my chances of staying at that office are already ruined. Maybe if he'd taken the case alongside me, things would have been different. Don't burden yourself with it, Apollo. I don't know enough to tell you why he's being so uncooperative. If you genuinely think it's better for you to move on from that office, then you should. Just make sure it's your choice. What I've told you here today shouldn't matter. Act off your own experience. If you still want to quit, I'll try to help you out after this case. Okay. Well, I think that covers most of what we know. Yeah. Besides, there'll be time for this later if we need to talk more. We've got an investigation to get to. Are you okay if I stick around a little bit longer? I have a lot to process. Oh, of course, I don't mind. Besides, I'm sure you're just as good at investigating as your sister is. Probably better. Right, thank you. Well, we can't check out the crime scene right now, so we should probably start by following up with today's witnesses. I know who's easiest to find. Okay, I'm starting to mind a bit more. I'll try to do what I can to keep him in line. Oh. Alright, so we get to hang out with Mia some. I actually really like that. I'm sure Apollo does too. For the express reason of, you're actually really nice, Miss Faye. And you've taught me more in the span of half a day, a few hours, than Godot's taught me in a few months. Eager to get investigating, are we? I'm sorry, I'm not quite in the right mindset to get started. That's okay. We have some things to straighten out anyway, don't we? Yeah, let's take care of that bit first. Oop. I think that's meant to be before we get into this. Let's go to the herbery. Well, let's get the worst part of the investigation out of the way. Hello there, Mr. Season. Oh, Mia, darling, it's good to see you. How many times is he going to keep sighing? If you don't mind, we're here to ask some follow-up questions about my testimony earlier. I know. You know it's really obvious you're doing that on purpose. Catch your short, old man. Just a little bit of pity, boy. Just a little? Mr. Mr. Season, can we please put this aside and get to the questions? Oh, Mia, darling, you're so cruel. Back from the grave to visit us, and yet so cold. Old Mr. Season. Fine, ask away. Why are you showing that thing to me? It's an ugly thing. You just parade around proudly wearing it on your lapel. Now, Makatamas, you see, those are something you wear with pride. Start wearing one till I finally get a little respect. Maybe. Today's trial. About today, I might have messed up a little bit. A little bit. But I kinda helped at the end, right? It'd be easier if we maintained the illusion. For sure. Yeah. We've got an opportunity now. And, someone definitely set Pearl up, so... Well, that means I could have seen him if I stayed awake. And they might have never taken away our sweet Pearly. Well, that's not your fault, right? You're not responsible for your old age. I know, dear, but still. Someone set up Pearly, I'm sure of it. I could have caught him. It's not your job to catch the culprit, Mr. Season. I just leave it all up to the courts. What if the courtroom spelled anything but despair for us, huh? Please, just leave it in our hands. You should have left it to us from the beginning. Don't you trust me? I didn't mean it like that, dear. Now Pearly's in even deeper trouble. And if you fail, her and Maya... I'm sorry. Just want to repay your family. Her family? You don't know much, do you, dear? Is everyone in the clan this, devoted to the main family? Oh, dear. Maybe a few years back, but now, not really. Maya's turned that around, lad. There's no need to pry. The clan's going to return to its former glory. I'm gonna see it before I die. There's nothing to worry over, really. You say that, but... The prosecution's looking for a potential motive for Pearl right now. We're gonna need a motive ourselves if there's anyone else connected to this. It's not gonna help me save her if I'm kept in the dark about this. Yes, I suppose so. Please refrain from ranting. I wasn't planning on it. If you say so. I tried to catch you up some of the last time. You're mostly rambling about how terrible the city and the courts were. It's just a little hard to focus on the whole ruining the clan stuff. Yeah, I guess so. You see, after Maya's mother was disgraced and left the clan, kinda fell apart. I always believed in Misty in the main line, but I guess I was a little biased. I wasn't supposed to take over the herbery way back when. Men are too likely to up and leave the clan. Making salves and incense used to be incredibly important to Kirain tradition. Not as important anymore with how modernized everything is. I was still proud of when I was given this place. And Misty, that's Maya's mother, she stood by me. Even if the village objected to me being given the role. The least I could do was try to help her family. Even if the clan didn't like that much either. Some people don't see the main family like I do. There's always been infighting, sure, but when Misty left, we lost our livelihood. Our families fell apart. More than ever, members of the Branch family hated her. Thankfully, she was gone, so nothing ever came to a head. But that's the thing. If there's one person who could have helped the clan, realize their discontent. put it nicely. It would have been Pearly. Pearly? Only her and Maya have enough power to channel spirits. But she was their only hope if they wanted to overthrow the main family. I see. Like I said, that's dying down now, thanks to Maya's leadership. The girl's working herself to death for us. Do you know if anyone in the village still holds a grudge against us? Way back when I could have told you, the people weren't... Way back when I could have told you, but people aren't very vocal about it anymore. I'm not sure who still genuinely feels that way. Well, it's good to know regardless. Oh, you think so? And now the obvious one. Jeez, when your train is coming to the station, don't make me say it again. I fell asleep right when it was most important. I'm old and useless, okay? We're moving on. No, wait. That's not what I'm getting at. Can you tell me more about before you went to sleep? What? It's a little convenient, isn't it? You passed out the very day of the incident, right around the time something could have happened. So it might not be on me? Are we talking about, like, a sleeping agent or something? It's a possibility. Worth it to check, at least. Alright, let me think. There was the tea. Could it have been the tea? That'd be my first choice. You have a routine, don't you? Yes. A few hours before sunset, I start boiling the water and gathering the ingredients. What sort of tea did you have that day? Just the usual lavender. Is it strongly flavored? I'm sure I would have noticed if something else was in it, if that's what you're getting at. I normally set my tea by the window and leave it to cool. And you do this every day? Well, usually, yes. I think that warrants taking a closer look then, for sure. Let's take a closer look. This way you put the teeth set you used yesterday. Yes. Hold on a second, I've been so caught up with everything I haven't had time to do the dishes, so... Yeah, this is the cup I drank from that day. And you haven't washed it. Is it helpful? This could be great. Really? We should pass this off to the detective later. He'll be able to test it for us. I'm sure that's a good idea. I know Maya trusts that detective, but, well... It'll be fine, Mr. Season. Even if we know for sure someone stuck sedatives... But even if we know for sure someone could have... Even if we know for sure someone snuck sedatives in the cup, there'll still be the question of how they got there. Let's look a little more. Do you always put your tea by this window here? Yes, almost always. It's not like I leave it open or anything. The window stays closed while I leave the tea out to cool. I only open it up when I'm drinking the tea itself. Even then, the window only opens from the inside. I don't see any other way it could have been done. Did you really just fall asleep? We can't just leave it there. It's too convenient. Hold on, let me at least take a look from outside. Ah, good idea. Yeah, of course it is. That's Mia for you. Do you still have yesterday's teapot? Oh, I can go get it for you. Can you put it where you normally would? Of course. Replicating the crime, are we? Are you ready, Apollo? Yeah, see if you can open it. There's no latch or anything. I don't know how she'd do it. Ah. What is it? Ah, window frame. Is it moving on that side, too? Yeah. Hey, it's gotta come apart. You can't just mess with stuff, Mia. This is an old house, it's gonna break off. Let's see... Ah! I need to create an opening. It's fake, can you reach the teapot from there? Yeah, I think I can. Hold on, I'm coming back. Wait, my window! Fell right back into place. Thank goodness. Apollo, look at these. Screws. They're way longer than they need to be to secure a window, of all things. Got them jammed into the frame. And you were able to move the whole window pane with them out. There was just enough space for my hand to reach through to the teapot. That proves it, then. Well, well. Wait, does this mean there's no screws in the frame now? I don't think these are the right type of screws, anyway. Should hold up for a little while. The rest of the screws are in, just not the bottom ones. Oh, okay. I'll just replace it later, I guess. Well, thank you, Mr. Season. Yeah, we actually got a good few leads. Oh, no, I didn't do anything. You two should get going. I doubt I can be of much more help. Just do your best for me, okay? Of course. Should I say anything? You too, boy. Alright, I won't let you down. Better not. Oh. That worked out nicely in the end. So... looks like Gumshoe's not done checking out the crime scene. Well, that doesn't mean there's nothing to do, does it? After all, nobody's watching the outside of the train now, are they? Let's check it out. Ah, you can get down close to the tracks safely enough. Let's look through the rubble. What? Hey, be careful! Oh, it'll be okay, Apollo. The power's off. Come help me. Oh, alright, hold on. Nothing to be afraid of. You're fine. You've got this. She certainly is her sister's sister. Let's see. Gulp. Huh? There's something here. Another screw? 2. They match. And they're both tiny. Look at the screws that bolt down the support over here. They're... What is it, Apollo? Screws that bolt the other support beam down. Look just like these ones. Do you think our 2 sets of screws were swapped? If they are, that's proof that someone set this up. That's interesting. Right, this is exactly what we need. What do we have here? Ah! It's alright, Apollo. No need to be so jumpy. You don't have to point it out. Oh no. He's right, you know. No need to embarrass the man. Making it worse. What are you even doing here? Waiting to get back on my train, of course. It was a little hard to ignore you two digging your way through the rubble, after all. Isn't that sort of thing a detective's job? Nothing wrong with doing our own investigation, is there? As long as you don't make me out to be a liar again. Sorry, but the evidence we had... Ah, come now, don't bring it up again. Being made a fool of once was enough. Sorry about that. Would it be wrong for us to ask a few questions? Huh? I think understanding the schematics of the train and the station a bit could help our case, Mr. Rails. If my cooperation keeps suspicion off me, who am I to decline? Ooh, an attorney's badge. Look who's fancy. I guess they are kinda cute, the little bubbles. Why do I feel like I'm just getting demeaned to? Ah, sorry. I think I'm getting used to it. Alright, train station. Mr. Rails, how much would have to be done to the beam in order for it to collapse the way it did? Is that what you were looking at? Well, the station isn't in peak condition, so less than usual, I suppose. What's the first step you'd take in order to get it to collapse? Well, Wait, is this some sort of trick? Are you going to suspect me if I say something that lines up with what you just found? Somebody's paranoid. How about we answer the question for you instead? Ah, great idea, dear. Alright then. Can you take a look at these screws? These are used to secure the beams, aren't they? Bingo. If you want to mess with the beam, the first thing you do is remove these screws. We've found those in Mr. Season's house. 2 are still in the crashed beam at the bottom here, though. Yes, there's usually 4 per beam. Guessing whoever it was manipulated the beams so it would fall directly on the train. If I moved the screws on the side close to the station instead of the railway, and the beam would fall towards the train as it came into the station, right? Mr. Vales, how much more would have to be done in order to ensure the beam fell? And how loud would it be? Would it be loud enough to wake the sleepy old man, you mean? Yeah? But with the screws out, it would probably be a matter of taking a crowbar to the base and uprooting what you could from there. Given how far away the station is from this man's house. You'd have to be careful, but I'd say it could feasibly be done while keeping the man asleep. With a bit of luck, that is. Assuming he's a heavy sleeper, he does look the type. How little attention this station has received, it's risky, but it's possible. I see. It doesn't sit well with me. Someone really went as far as to plan this murder. They gambled it all on a risk? Do you have any record of who boarded the train that day? Or any other passengers who got off at an earlier station? Quite a few, yes. Here, we collected the train tickets of everyone who rode that day. Will these help you? That'd be great. Make sure to thank me first. I think I'm supposed to say thank you after I get them. First! Thank you. There we go. At least we have a record of everyone who was on the train now. That should narrow things down, right? Do you remember all of the passengers that day yourself, Mr. Rails? Homer Pearson, Olive Knott, Perun Shears, James Knoll, Pearl Fay. Oh, it seems to be the only relevant page. I'm afraid not. There were about 20 or so, but most of them left at an earlier station. If I saw a face, saw them all briefly before the train started moving. Right, I'll keep that in mind. So, are you happy? Huh? Have I been cooperative enough for you, lad? Did you get the information you wanted from me yet? Oh, well, if you're offering, Is there anything else about the train I should ask about? Time to present some stuff. Start by presenting... Ooh, what's this? It's not for you. I know. You want my input on it, don't you? Well... I don't have anything good to say about it. Did you really have to lead me on like that? Come on, it was just good fun. Fair enough. Oh. So we're not showing you any people. Because the 2 relevant people I've shown you so far were... Make that 3. What about you? Oh my, who's that? He looks quite presentable. Don't you agree? Sure. Why, thank you. You always have to look presentable at work. Especially when you're so vital to the brand's image. And who imagines a train without a conductor? Not like you're working today, but okay, sure. Crash diagram. Do you notice any inaccuracies with these diagrams? Well, I am the foremost expert on the train here, aren't I? Let's take a look. Everything seems to line up. Is there anything particular that was bothering you? Not really. Just wanted to double check. Well, consider the double checking done. Very nice job. Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Rails. You're welcome. Train. It seems to line up. In particular, is bothering you? No, not really. Oh, not that. Strap hanger. Strap hanger? What about it? It's quite a strange design. Yeah, it seems strange that it can stretch down so far. Does that so even small kids can reach it, right? Yes, it's a bit byproduct of how we receive the material, I'm afraid. One of them coated in rubber for safety purposes, as the other day demonstrated. Manufacturer used that as an excuse to skimp out on the fabric itself. Under the coat of rubber is what I'd wager to be some of the cheapest fabric in the world. The designers tried to cut it up into smaller pieces for each of the different cars, well. Fabric frayed and unraveled in places. So he took measures to ensure we cut as little of it as possible. That's why it extends down so far. Yes, exactly. Worked out in the end, I suppose. Be able to make it look like we were thinking of the children. Not good for our reputation, don't you agree? I have a feeling that's an illusion you should keep maintaining to the public at large. Yeah. Okay, so when they say avoid cutting it, cut as little of it as possible. So they run it through above boards. I guess instead of having just a bunch of cuts for a bunch of individual strap hangers, you have one continuous piece that makes two, and so forth. Less cuts, less fraying. Sure. Makes sense. What else can we show you? Not that. Not that. Probably something. Crash report? Ah, we're back on the crash again, I see. Are there any details you think we've missed out on? I think we covered most of them at the trial. The blackout lasted for 6 minutes. Turned on the power and found the defendant. And once she was with me in the front, I turned the power back off to preserve the scene. Simple enough, right? So anything else that would have been deactivated, not mentioned in the report? The lights in the doors between the cars, that seems right. Guess there are a few things on my end that aren't listed here. For instance, once the power's out, there's no way to get the engine started. Anything I control from the locomotive is kind of set. Like the door out of the train, for instance. Doors between cars open automatically. It's up to me to open the way out when we arrive at the station. They were closed when we crashed. The only way I could turn them back on would require power. Had they been open when the crash occurred, they would have been stuck like that, and vice versa. And you made 2 announcements over the intercom that day, right? Yes, one before, and one after I found your client. Alright, thank you. No problem, dear. Alright, pal, we're all done. Some days, for some reason, hour-long recordings take a lot out of me sometimes. I had to take a break there for a second. Anyways, we're all done. Oh, Gumshoe. Finally. Going back in the locomotive car, pal? Yes, please. Too bad. Alright, I'll see you over. I'll be at the crime scene when you two want to talk, okay? Don't keep me waiting. I gotta talk to that one witness in the village. We'll be there soon, Detective. Alright, let's get moving. Ta-ta! You know I should probably get going, too. I'm sure Maya will be pretty mad at me if I take up all of today's investigation. She seemed to be having a good time yesterday. I'm sure you've been around her enough to know the earful I'll be getting if she doesn't have her way. Yeah, I can imagine. Huh. Keep a good eye on her. She's not as much of an open book as she lets on. I'll try. This was nice. Thank you. Oh, it was nothing. You were more of a help to me than I was to you anyway. Is that right? Huh. I'm sure we'll talk more later. Goodbye, Apollo. How long did that last? I'm kinda tired. Huh? We're at the village? Oh, right. The last thing you remember is probably... Did you guys investigate without me? Wait, what happened with your boss? It's okay, it's fine. Your sister just wanted some time to process this all. Ooh, that means she knew him, right? She knew him. Yeah, Catch me up. I need to know everything. Alright. I caught Maya up on everything that happened. What? Sis's ex? Comatose? I would have never. I was kind of hoping for like a montage of looping Maya shocked expressions on that one screen of I caught Maya up on everything. But this is good too. How come you and Mia get to make all the good progress? Sorry, it wasn't my idea for her to stick around. I know, that's fair enough, I guess. If you think about it, I just gave up a few hours of my life for her. She should ask permission first. Well, take this up with her next time you can see her. And by next time, you mean when we get Pearly out of detention, right? Yeah, we got evidence behind us now. We can do this. Huh. There's the confidence you were missing. So where are we going next? Gumshoe is ready for us now, right? Yeah, but he also mentioned that he had a witness to question somewhere in the village. Ah, the village! I can show you around. It's probably a good idea for us to get to the witness before he does. Well, look at you. You've got us two different leads to follow. We'll make an investigator out of you yet. I mean, it was more luck than anything. Oh, so modest. Come on, Paulo. Where are we going to see? Lead the way. Oh, we have no choice but to move. We have a choice. To go to the village. There's Kirain. Oh, and my man is over there. Over here, look. Huh. Not as big as I would have thought. Huh, do you too, bud? Seriously, what's with that far-off look? Do you not think my village is cool? No, it's cool, I promise. It's just, a lot to take in. That's it. And a weird kind of nostalgic. Anyway, I've had enough of this tour. Should we get back to the investigation? Oh, right, duh. We're looking for a witness. What do you think it is, Paulo? Well, the only person unaccounted for today has been Miss Shears. Haroon, I didn't see her while I was showing you around. Hey, can you, shout her name for me? That's, kind of embarrassing. Come on, if I do it, the whole village won't let me live it down for weeks. You don't live here. Do it for me. Rather them talk about Maya's weird lawyer friend who saved Pearly, than Maya being immature again. Alright, I guess I'll do it. Miss Shears! Miss Shears! Are you here? Oh, you've got some pipes. I'm here, dear. I'm here. There's no need to be so loud. Thank goodness. Hey, Prune. Heard a certain detective was planning on catching up with you later today. Mind if we ask you a few questions first? Oh, why not? There's nothing better to do. I wish the trial didn't have to take up so much of my time. My dear flowers are waiting back at home, you know? The poor things, they'll start withering if I have to neglect them any longer. I need to be taken care of. Well, blame the prosecution, not us. Fair enough, sweetie. You've seen our badge already. Alright, let's talk. We didn't see you in court yesterday, did we? No, Mr. Season was too cooperative, I'm afraid. It's almost as if he interrupted the whole trial with his testimony. Yeah, he did kind of derail it. In a sense that we legitimately could not continue. The cute prosecutor boy said I'll be up first tomorrow, though, to make up for keeping me here an extra day. You'll be able to handle my testimony, right, Maya dear? Well, we already have a good idea about what it's about, given what you told us yesterday. Its main focus is the victim's actions, right? It doesn't benefit him as much now that he has to argue Pearl's motive, though. Right, it makes no sense for the victim to talk to Pearl privately if it was Pearl who planned everything. Imagine that's why the detective is so keen on questioning me again. Well, he's wasting his time then, because Pearlie has no motive. Huh. You really care for that girl, don't you? Yeah, duh. Flowers only bloom with enough love and care, and I guess there's only you to provide it now, huh? It's just neglect for her if you fail, after all. Yeah. Come on, no need to bring that up. Right, sorry. Don't be upset, Maya, darling. I'm fine, thank you very much. You know, I've been thinking. Testimony revolves around the victim's actions. We still don't know much about her herself. Ah, right. I can tell you about her life in the village. You can tell us about what she was doing on the train, Perun. Alright, love, if it pleases the boy. Can you please not call me boy? Alright, so Olive first. Afraid I wasn't exactly keeping my eye on the victim that day. There were quite a few passengers on board when the train initially departed, so I wasn't paying attention to anyone in particular. I think she made a bit of conversation with Pearl along the way. But you know how that girl can be. Poor thing's not much of a talker. Really need to work on that with her, Miss Faye. It's no good for someone so far up in the hierarchy. Right. She was trying to channel some of her family members that day, right, Maya? Yeah. Olive's just a few years older than me. Family split apart when the clan lost its reputation. Wonder if she found out anything about them. Do you think that might have influenced what she did that day? It sounds like a possibility, dear. Huh. Maya, remember what I pointed out at the detention center the other day? Oh, right! The whole thing about us only having 30 minutes in the city. That would have to be true for her, too, huh? Wonder if she had enough time to investigate her family. Miss Shears, did you notice anything about the victim's disposition that day? She looked a little... how do I put it? Nervous? Yes, I think she was nervous. Maybe she really had discovered something about her family that day. Alright, one last question if it's alright, Miss Shears. Alright, I suppose I can answer, but you're starting to nag a bit, dear. Sorry? Go on, just get it over with. Testimony's gonna focus on what happened before the incident. Get a chance to hear your perspective on after. There's not much to tell, I'm afraid. Like I said, we were pulling into the station, so I went into the cargo car, to check on my shipment. I had a big crate of dried flowers, and herbs prepared for Mr. Season. I wanted to get ready to unload as we pulled into the station, and then, well... the power went out and you were trapped. Ooh, you're a clever one. How adorable. Please don't. Right. I was too busy making sure the impact didn't destroy my shipment. If I didn't get out before the power was shut off again. Police were already all over the train by the time I could leave. So there are no new leads after all. Sorry, dear, I don't have any more to tell. Maybe you'll find something out at the trial. Well, thanks, Prune. We should keep going. Tell that detective to hurry up if you see him, dear. We'll think about it. That's the Curain boulder. How do I put this in layman terms? It's like a house for spirits who want to hang out here. Oh, there's a history written here for it. Looks old, but somebody put a lot of work into it. Huh? You don't think it's lame? No, it's kind of interesting. I mean, I've seen some stuff like it before. Those are warding charms you guys have hanging on it, right? Wow, look who's cultured. It's not that impressive, really. Oh. That's my house. It's bigger than most of the other houses here, I guess. I've seen houses in that style that dwarf this one. What? Where? I gotta get me a bigger house. Shouldn't you be focusing on the other villagers first? Oh, right. Oops. I got a little overexcited, that's all. Never thought I'd see a phone booth again. Yeah, it's really hard to get reception out here. I thought about maybe getting a phone tower out here, but the villagers got all up in arms about it. Being more contact with the outside world, though. It makes submitting channeling requests a whole lot easier. Not mention talking to the disparate members of the branch family. I've been trying to find a place for that tower for everyone can agree on for, like, months now. I don't envy that job. Oh, Paulo, save me from the world of the politique. Hey, don't lean on me like that. It's not funny. It is a little funny. Okay, haha, now, off now, please. Fine. She is right, it was fun. It was funny. Oh, that's Mount Mitama. Mitama, huh? There's this super weird glowing moss up there. It's really cool. I used it for so many pranks as a little kid. Oh, of course you did. It's really hard to comb out of your hair, though, especially huge chunks of it. Why did you put it in your hair? I thought it would make my hair glow. How do you... I was like 7, okay? Oh, I love this. Anything else unique to see here? Probably not. Oh, who's here? Alright, time to go. There you are, pal. Oh my, welcome back. Hey yo, detective. Did your investigation find anything now that the power's off? Oh, not much, I'm afraid. At least the crime scene is a whole lot safer. Don't be upset about Gumshoe. You don't want the prosecution to pick up on too many leads, after all. Well, I'd rather not show up empty-handed. Alright, let's talk. Me and Paolo found a few good leads, actually. Well, at least someone's made good progress. I bet you're still just as stumped as we are about how anyone else could get in here. Yeah, probably need to find a third party to help Pearly. The leads you guys found given you any ideas? If anything, we found proof that someone set this up outside the train, not in it. Come on, guys, that's not what I want to hear. The case is serious now. Hey, we're doing our best here. I don't need comments from you, Gumshoe. Calm down. We'll figure it out. It'll be alright, pal. Oh, now you're all babying me. Let's, stay focused on the case. Yeah, there has to be some sort of trick to this whole thing, right? Right. Someone set this whole thing up. I won't accept any other answer. Be sure it wasn't possible for people to get through the doors. Here, pal. We even checked to see if they might have been tampered with. There's not so much as a scratch on them. What about this? Here. Huh? This diagram, it shows us there's an emergency exit up there. Or else Kirsten already thought of that, pal. There's no way anyone could reach that thing from inside the car. It's too high up. And it's pretty much impossible to get on top of a train, especially one pulling into a station. Especially if they didn't want to be seen or heard. Isn't it at least worth checking out? I guess. Alright, you've enabled me. I'm gonna see how it works. What? How? I'm gonna jump. Lift me up, okay? Here I come. Wait a second! Gotcha, pal. Whoa, that was easy. I could practically do it with one hand. Can you put me down now, detective? Right, sorry, pal. Don't look at us like that. What did I just witness? Good question. I think we broke him, pal. Apollo, please don't do something like that again. Okay, fine. It wasn't that weird. Gee, that thing opened up pretty easily. Oh yeah, if there was a serious emergency, you wouldn't want anyone to get stuck. Gumshoe, are there any other emergency exits on this train? I don't think so, pal. I'm not the engineer, but it looks mostly like it to the top one. The top ones? Oh, God. Are they usually on windows? I don't see any that are marked. Since the rails themselves have an electric current running through them. I could see why it's not the best idea. Could be something we're missing. I'll ask about it before I wrap up here. How about that? That'd be great. Alright, what about Pearl's motive? Any idea how Sebastian is doing? I haven't heard from him since I got here, but I'm not surprised. He won't be happy until he finds a suitable motive. Well, he's not gonna find one. He won't even know the first place to look. About that, pal. I might have given him a bit of a lead. A lead? Gumshoe! You didn't! Yeah, I told him, pal. Told him what? Maya? Go ahead. You see, Pearlie, she's been through a lot. A long time ago, her mother, how do I even say this? Tried to set her up to kill Maya. What? I thought it was made pretty clear that there was a lot of internal conflict here. Yeah, but I wasn't given any examples. I didn't think it involved murder. That's just sick. It's a lot more real when you hear about it like this, huh? But everything turned out okay. Pearl loves Maya, pal. They'd never hurt each other. What happened then? It's a place up in the mountains where the plan was set to take place. But both those two were too young to go at the time. By the time Maya was old enough, they just couldn't get a reservation. I said something about scheduling issues. I'm not sure about that. They were on the wait list for months. Pearlie was so desperate to please her mother. She'd gone on about how it was her mom's last wish. She, tried to go up there herself. Nearly gave us a heart attack. Maya called me in the middle of the night and we put two and two together. We got lucky. Found her on the way there, poor thing. It was the middle of the night. Took her to my apartment, called Maya. When she got there, Pearl explained everything. After all the crying and apologizing, that is. She even had instructions from her mother on that day. She was only little at the time. She didn't know any better. Then why bring this up to Prosecutor DeBest? It sounds like this is something better left unspoken. There's still a few mysteries around the case, pal. It's all to do with the instructions that were laid out for her. She said she found them in the village. Her mother was jailed for another crime at the time. Okay, so the Justice for All case seemed to play out the same way. We had no idea how they got there. But the trials and tribulations encounter played out differently. It seems like that's where our divergence starts. I was curious if some of the tension between Godot and Mia stem from the fact that the final case played out the same, and it ended with Godot killing Misty Faye. But maybe not. Looks like that plot was nipped in the bud. We have no idea how they got there. Those instructions, Pearl said she found them unsealed. Besides, evidence of her involvement in the clan's power struggles could probably lead to something as well. I guess it could make some sort of motive. Sorry, Maya. I get why, but Pearly... It's okay. I told Sebastian not to go into too much detail. Here, pal. I figured you need this. Incident report. Thank you, detective. To review. 8 years ago, Pearl briefly went missing in an attempt to unknowingly fulfill her mother's murder. Her mother's murder? What? Her mother's murder plot? Gumshoe and Maya prevented Pearl from acting it out. The incident has since been filed away. Oh. Yeah, I think it's meant to say her mother's murder plot. Make sure it's filed away as soon as the case is over. Right, Maya? Yeah, that'll help. Try not to bring it up around Pearl much. She's still... well... I understand. Alright, let's have a look-see. You know, it's really hard to see the emergency exit with all those ads up there. I didn't know it was there until I got a look at the diagram. Yeah, that kind of seems like a safety hazard. How much do you think it costs to put an ad up there? How many there are, they can't be too expensive. Thinking about advertising your village? Maybe. Why do you think of a snazzy tagline first? But don't let that take up all of your focus. There's still an investigation to finish. Maya? Think I've lost her. Yep. Hey, Paulo. Bet I could get in and out of the train this way. The hole's big enough for me. What if our real killer did the same thing? I think our real killer would be the corpse here, not that that was the case. Maybe they're really good at, like, parkour or something. Please, nobody would be insane enough. We need to think insane, Paulo. We need to. Do we really? Well, it's more fun that way. Fair. What do we need to look at in here? On one side, these seats are just as comfy as ever. On the other, there's a giant safety hazard nearby and tons of rubble. It's like some kind of weird metaphor. Life, before and after that fateful day. Please don't. Oh, why can't I have a little fun? There's seats, that's it. How would you expect me to be a lawyer if you're so unimaginative? You need to come up with absurd theories and loopholes. This isn't about being imaginative, this is about preserving my sanity. Yeah, honestly. Okay, as far as what we need to actually do... Teacup? Bit of Gumshoe, can you do us a favor? Sure, Belle, what do you need? Can you take this to the forensics? I want to get it checked for a sleeping agent. Oh, is that Mr. Seasons? Good thinking, Belle. Been passed out when it was a little convenient. I'll get it to you before the trial tomorrow. Another thing that stands out is that it seems like there's a lot more legitimate cooperation at hand here. I don't know if that's a case of this not being the dark age of the law, legal system actually recovering instead of hitting the dark age of the law stuff, or if it's just genuine growth of the legal system from however the original trilogy played out. But it's nice. Or if it's just Gumshoe knows Maya and does all the favors for her. Thanks a million, Gumshoe. No problem. I've just got to make sure not to confuse everyone's teacups when I get back to the prosecutor's office. Can you please not say things like that? Thanks for keeping us in the know, detective. Don't mention it. Better get going. Alright, I shouldn't keep you guys hanging around here. Good luck. I'll see you in court tomorrow. We didn't get anything with the crime scene, did we? No, we didn't. I can't think of anything else we should take care of today. We got some good clues, at least. The forensic test turns up positive. We show the court these. And prove there was some kind of tampering involved. Yeah. Just hope that's enough to lead us to what really happened. I trust Sis, and you too, but you can't lose this, okay? Of course. Made that plenty clear already. Besides, I think I might end up needing a favor from you guys when this is all done. So I better not disappoint you, right? Oh yeah, that Kiddo guy. You're probably gonna get fired, huh? Well, at least I know for sure you'll be giving it your all. I'm gonna go see Pearlie now, okay? I need to talk to her. Of course. Just want to talk to her alone? Yeah, thanks. Well, see you tomorrow. Take care. Later, Mai.